So, are you going to vote yes on the new contract?
No, I think it's terrible. Nothing was negotiated, they just went through the current contract and included examples of what should have been happening all along.
What do you mean? It's a great contract. The pay is better.
No, the first officer pay is still below industry standard. And the third-year captain pay is a reduction. Only George Costanza in Sinfeld negotiates a reduction in money.
But there is a signing bonus.
It's a lousy 1.8%. That's not even a 2-day at current scheduled day off pay. And it does not apply to sim instructors or training department pilots, even though they pay dues.
We managed to secure a better day off pay by including critical coverage language in the contract.
But the company determines when it's critical, which will probably be never like it is with the flight attendants. And it's less pay.
You still have stand-up and continuous duty overnight language.
Yay, it counts as 1 day for pay and determining days off but counts as 2 days when I call out sick.
The new blend will be better than it was before. Trust me.
How? Now the blend is 4 days instead of 3. Thanks a lot.
Well, the company cannot assign airport available after cancellation now.
Nice, except they were not supposed to do that in the first place.
Do not forget the critical coverage clause.
Why even bother to remember it? The company will never declare minimum coverage anyway. They will just only report and extend pilots so they will not have to pay the premium pay.
You still get paid if you are displaced from a trip for operating experience.
Except now they can put me on reserve. Before they could not. Before when I was displaced I was free from all duty.
Well, there is now a minimum day provision. That will improve pay for everybody.
Except for the reserves. And for the trip trades. And for anybody that is out sick for part of the trip. Plus it equals 14 hours for a 4-day trip. We already have 15-hour crap 4-day trips. And other airlines have 5-hour minimum day rules. And theirs apply to reserves unlike ours.
Well, the new policy lists requirements for the hotels that we stay at during overnights.
I know, but so does the current policy. And now hotel grievances can only be filed by the union chairman. Who hardly ever overnights anyway because of alpha leave.
The vacation bidding system has been improved vastly over the current system.
I'm not even going to dignify that statement with a response.
The training language has been improved greatly.
Are you referring to the fact that duty day limits no longer apply to any training events?
No.
Are you referring to the removal of a day off after training for everything except new hire training?
No.
Are you referring to the clarification of a pass and fail event? Because that should have been ironed out with the first contract.
Well, the rest period has been increased.
It used to be the absolute minimum anyway. It's not like they could reduce it anymore.
The maximum scheduled day is now 13 hours instead of 14 hours.
But that is scheduled. Actual is still at 15 hours. Try again.
A pilot is now allowed 15 minutes to return a call from scheduling.
You mean the same clause that is already in the employee conduct manual? Gee, thanks.
Well, the company still grants emergency days, but now they can ask why.
They have been asking why for 8 years. What has changed? The only change I see is that they can deny the day now. Nowhere does it say we will be granted, like it said before.
Well, the FMLA and the military leave sections have been clarified.
Why? Last time I checked they were federal laws that already spell out those types of leaves. The company ignored the federal government. What makes you think they will not ignore the contract?
The association leave went up. Thought's always a good thing.
Yes. Good for the Alpa bastards that wrote this piece of crap, right?
Right. We worked in language regarding workers' compensation and sick leave.
Yes. You now gave a maximum of 60 hours of sick time accrual when previously there was no limit.
We got definitive language to what constitutes a uniform.
Record time too. We've been wearing these things for 6 years. And with the merge we will probably get new ones.
We fixed the language in the section for early reports and extensions.
Yes, instead of saying required now it says scheduled. That gives the company more room, not us.
The bidding process is improved.
Yeah, now we have less time to bid. And it must be done online and not over fax anymore. Is our new low pay supposed to afford us all a computer at our crash pad?
You can trade down to 65 hours now.
Yes. But it must be with another pilot for another trip. Somebody still gets stuck with the bad trip. It's not just a simple reduction to 65 hours.
You can trade reserve days now.
We could do that before. We even had a grievance filed over it. Keep trying.
Hot reserve is only 8 hours now. It used to be 10.
But they can still assign a trip and run me the full 13-hour day.
Now we have long call and short call.
We always had short call. And long call can be converted to short call for entire reserve period. Not just the reserve day.
We have preferential hiring for helper pilots.
Naturally. You rotten thieves keep losing airlines and use money. Lord knows that you want to keep that money coming in.
We also worked on the insurance part of the contract.
I noticed. The planner premiums went up again. And the copay and out-of-pocket for Plan A is the same as Plan B.
Did I mention the preferential hiring letter for mainline?
You mean the letter that USAPA and Temper Management never even saw or heard about?
It's a good letter.
It seat locks the pilot here for 12 months.
It's a good letter.
It only allows 3 a month and sometimes they hire more than that as it is.
It's a good letter.
I can only reapply once every 5 years.
It's a good letter.
It was a crock of shit. You only used to sell this sorry excuse for toilet paper contract even though you knew it did not benefit us. And Mainline rejected it anyways.
But this contract is really special. Do you want to know why?
Why not? You can't make me hate this contract any more than I already do.
It's special because we are still writing it. Even though the vote is currently open. Why do you think we tried to rush and push this thing through?
Because you are all a bunch of self-serving rotten liars, cheats and thieves. I hate this union and this contract.
Well, it passed. What do you say about that?
I say what I always say. A pilot is easily swayed by threats of shutting down. Just like the last 3 proposed pay rate editors that went nowhere.
All I know is I will go down in flying the line volume number 3 for this contract. Goody for me.